welcome back.
Hi,
Welcome
Enrique.
back to more Zelda.
Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Enrique. I think last time we left off, we were in Faron Temple. Is that where we were?
You're about to start a dungeon, were you?
Whoa. I'm clinging onto a ladder from the looks of it. I think I was in the beginning of the dungeon. I opened up the gate. Just put me back there instead.
I just scared myself.
Did you just scare yourself? What did you do?
I saw there was a new email. And I'm like,
More
are you
work?
kidding me? They emailed me now? No, it was me that emailed myself.
You emailed yourself?
Sometimes I send myself files through my emails.
That is a scary concept. Don't do that.
Gracias.
Right.
De nada.
Huh.
¿Qué pasa?
Huh. That epic pose. Where she lands. Anyway. Dungeon time. Let's do this. I don't like the look of those guys. Oh! Have a bombfish. Enjoy that!
Hola, everyone's speaking Spanish. Hablamos español.
Hola! ¿Cómo
¿Qué
estás?
tal? Hi, Ace. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream. Have a bombfish. Eat it! Ow! Laser boys are lasering. Whoa. Can I attack them with anything? Beds, get them! Oh, that came out of nowhere. Right. We gotta blow them up. You learned the Beamos Echo.
Bimo.
Beamo. I think Zelda needs to sleep after getting wrecked by those beams. It's a peaceful room to sleep in. Alright. What we got going on here? I'll go down first.
By the way, Ash got a kiss from who? Any guess? Well, I think it was Latias.
Latias.
I think Latias has won the poll as well. But we never know. It could have just been the other girl. She just suddenly was like, do you know what? He's a great kid.
You know what? I love you. He's a great kid, so I'll give him a kiss.
It was on the cheek.
Does that count?
It's a friendly kiss.
Yeah, I beat you, boy. Oh, I beat you good. Alright, give me the treasure. 50 rupees. I don't think I was supposed to kill him. I can see a puzzle whirring in my brain right now.
Brock was jealous. He was. And I'm very sad that he'll never get a kiss.
He might. He
He'll
won't.
might get a kiss.
He will never see
Never
him.
gets a girlfriend. And so is Misty because she lost a man to a Pokemon baby.
No.
It's true. There was a lot of jellies.
A lot of jelly babies. A whole mess of creatures around here. Like, don't mind me, guys. Oh god. Oh lordy. Ah. Get 'em, boys! Get 'em! Burn them all! Burn
Hola,
them!
Senor and Senorita. Hi, Kage. Welcome.
Welcome to the stream!
Bienvenido.
Today's stream got spiders on fire, chasing you. Ah!
How are you doing? How are things?
I was fine
You
until I
still
started the stream.
yeah, you were okay today. What's happened? You sneezed and it's all
I
over.
sneeze and that's it. Was that a jelly blob? Oh. Spider. There are so many places to go in this dungeon. Oh, I just ended up at the beginning. Let's try this way.
I'm alive but tired. Same. I'm actually currently still working, just as I should be done soon, but I've been working flat out all day today, so I am too alive but tired. As
Too
are
alive
you.
but tired.
How are you, Beans? Yeah, that's us. That is us. And it's getting cold now. It's getting really cold.
The freezing temperatures are coming.
But we got an early Christmas gift from my parents. We got a telescope. So now that the skies are clear, which means it's colder, but it's clear. We've been doing some stargazing.
We did. We saw the moon.
We saw the moon really close.
It was cool.
It was big.
It was big.
It was bright.
It was bright.
We saw Saturn. We saw Jupiter. We saw Uranus.
We saw what? Checking.
We would have seen Neptune. I found where it was, but I think the moon's too bright and it was obscuring it. We saw a constellation, or a cluster of them. I can't remember what cluster it was called. And did we see something else?
Saturn, Neptune.
I thought we saw like a really bright
Jupiter.
I don't know.
And it's it was the that star cluster. Did you already say that?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's all we saw.
We saw those. Cold time is cold time. We're my gift. We are your gift.
I am the gift.
Time to look through a telescope along with a glass of cocoa. It was quite cold out there. We were in our Oodies. But it was cool. We like looking at things. I wouldn't know where they are. We are like, you look at a bright star, you always like you always think, oh, it must be the North Star or the Pole Star. No,
it's an entire planet. And it moves quick as well.
They move fast. Oh, we also move fast. We're the ones moving too. Yeah. It's crazy how far you got the telescope on them, and then you look off, and then you look back, and it's gone.
They're gone.
Where did it go? Open up, boy! In terms of anime, we are watching...
Still watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho still. Which is funny. It kind of nearly got serious and thing, but to me it's mostly a comedy so far, but that's not a bad thing. I'm enjoying it. It's funny. It's old. It's charming. You see the rocket landing my SpaceX? That's trippy. I thought it was fake, but it's real. I don't think I saw it landing. I saw some of Elon Musk's satellites.
You did? You saw the Starlinks.
I thought there were aliens in the sky, to be honest. It was a long line of just dots of light following each other. I'm like, we're being invaded. This is it. I looked it up. Apparently it was his satellites.
Starlink.
But I'll have to look up the rocket landing. I mean, really, how do we get things in the sky? Planes are bad enough. Rockets? Crazy.
Right. So that was a boss fight, I guess. Oh, there was another place to go over this way. Whee! Zelda should be dizzy, spinning all around all over the place. Spinning and spinning and spinning. That's all I do is spin. Oh! And I flipped one down. Your screams are the best, Zelda.
I watched Yu Yu Hakusho a long time ago. I got pretty far in but forgot where I left off. There are serious moments along with comedy as far as I can remember. That's good. How many episodes are we in? We're not too far. What, like 14, 15? We're probably about that far. So we've still got a long way to go.
I'm trying not to die, so she falls really easily.
But we're enjoying it. it's funny, like, the way the dub used to change the lines and stuff. There are things that they say that, like, I'm pretty sure they did not say that in the Japanese. And he's quite sassy. Like, this one guy was like, oh, I've been waiting to use my ultimate move or whatever. And he goes, congratulations.
Hello, boys.
Hello, boys. Yeah, he goes to, like, there's 3 of them that he needs to defeat. And he just comes in and he goes, hello, boys.
Beds for the win. Oh, and we're back to the beginning again. Right, so there must be somewhere else that we can go.
Can you believe that Bleach was first rejected because the editor thought it had too much takeaway from Yu Yu Hakusho? That's so funny because
There's a lot.
We're constantly saying, this is just like Bleach. This is just like Bleach.
I'm like, man, Bleach must have had a ton of inspiration from Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's so funny because we are literally like, this is like Bleach.
It's exactly the same. Yeah.
And we know this came first. We know this inspired a lot of anime. Like, you can see, obviously it was his first work before Hunter x Hunter, and you can kind of see little bits. I think you can see he really developed as a story writer for Hunter x Hunter. But it's crazy that to have 2 like good stories is quite something. Most people have like 1 really good one.
It's got 2.
But yeah, that's really funny. Bleach is super inspired by it. Like, substitute Soul Reaper or Spirit Detective. It's like,
who was a human, thing. But he's got a different spirit energy.
Yeah, and there's this one that comes from the spirit world and kind of acts like his guide. That's just like Rukia.
Yeah. And she has a human body or a gi guy.
Yeah. It's funny. The creator of Dragon Ball encouraged the creator of Bleach to keep trying, and it happened. Good for the creator of Dragon Ball. What is that?
Akira Toriyama? Yeah.
Good for him. We did watch the first episode of Bleach. Finally came out in the dub, so we watched that. It was very good. It was crazy. The one guy with the ink, when he was, I've got to say, like, the guy in the dub, for all people want to hear on dub, he did a fantastic job at that singing.
The singing.
That was amazing.
Amazingness.
And the fact that he's like, say my name, and then he like just pops back into existence, and Ichigo's face was just like mine, like his body was gone. He just came back. It's like, okay.
I can't remember his name, but yeah. The Black Ant.
It was really good. I'm excited to watch more.
I need Flame Boys, I think, in here. Oh, another locked door. Right, I gotta be careful not to get eaten while in this deep, dark dungeon. Booby traps everywhere. The boobining. It's the booby traps. I didn't say anything bad. Alright, there's a doorway here. Let's try it out. Oh, it's locked.
You're not that far behind. We just watched episode 6 last weekend. We feel far behind. But no, at least it's finally out, so it'll come out weekly now, which is nice. It's sad we have to wait, but at least it's coming out now.
Right. Figure that one out. Nope, guess we're going for a swim.
I heard Core 4 is already in production.
Yep, it is. The final core is in production.
You can tell that they are going all out with the animation.
Oh, yeah.
But they're trying to
It was
like
craziness.
compete with, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that. You
Demon
can
Slayer
tell.
and all that. Yeah. They're like, we are gonna have an amazing animated show.
They had a bit of the CGI in it, but to be honest, they used it well. It wasn't awkward CGI. And some of the stylistic choices were very interesting. You know what happens in the manga? I have an odd feeling they're gonna end the season on a cliffhanger. Oh no. Oh no. Then we have to wait. I mean, we didn't have to wait the 10 years that the original fans had to wait, so I can't complain, but still.
Right, that's not gonna work. There we go. That worked. So that's my own creations. Or one of theirs matching. Oh. Ah! Ah! Burn! Burn everything! Burn everything in this room! Do you like being on fire? Does it feel nice?
Who's a favorite character I like? Urahara, goofy, strong, and scary.
Urahara is like your favorite, I think, isn't he? Cat and Clogs?
I think he's definitely...
He always has things under control.
I was getting confused as to whether you were asking about Yu Yu Hakusho. What's the boy called in Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yusuke?
No, the other one.
Or Urabara or something like that?
That's why I was getting confused, because it's like Urahara.
Yeah.
It's very similar, isn't it?
It is very similar. Burning flames. Kurabara.
Kurabara. Okay, there we go. What the heck was that? What is this?
That's kind of scary.
Scary faces. Urahara is definitely my fave because for the longest time I did not know if he was good or bad. And then the fact that he used to be like, there was always something about him. You're like, who are you? And then the fact that he like had the whole storyline with Aizen. The fact that Aizen is like, he is the only one who could best me.
Yeah.
It's like, yes. So I love him. The fact he had the whole thing with the Vizard and stuff, and he's the one that's really guided Ichigo the whole way. And he's quirky and funny, so he's my fave.
He's your fave.
He's a fave. I do like Kuretsuchi, just because he's just crazy. Who else do I like? I like the Killua captain. I can never remember what his name is. He looks like Killua. You know who I mean.
Yeah.
I like him.
I like the evil scientist.
I said him.
You said him already. Kuretsuchi.
I like him a lot. Who else do you like? Who's your favorite character?
I like Ichigo. He's a cool protagonist.
Lame. You can't say the main character.
Excuse me? He's the main character for a reason. He gives main character vibes. Oh, I need a key. This is a big dungeon. It's easy to get lost in here. Alright, can't go that way. That way leads to nothing.
I stopped calling Crazy Captain Scientist by his name. I'm calling him Frieza now. Fair enough. I mean, it's one thing to say it, it's another to spell it. Who is your favorite? Oh, you said you like Urahara? Yeah, no, he's great. Goofy, strong and scary, that's him. I like, what's his name? Byakuya.
Byakuya.
I do like Byakuya. I like Renji too.
You like all the characters.
I like them all. I liked Rukia a lot at the very beginning. I think she kind of
tapered off a bit,
but I liked her a lot in the beginning. And she's very much like Botan.
I liked her in the beginning. She also had a good fight in the Arankar arc.
Yeah,
where she stabbed the guy.
She did. That was a good fight. It's funny because in the sub they share the same voice actor, the Captain Scientist and Frieza. That's cool. In Yu Yu Hakusho, we're constantly like, hey, that's that guy. Hey, that's that guy. I think Frieza's voice actor from the dub is in it, right? The original one?
Yeah, the original voice of Frieza.
Apparently Luffy's voice actor is in it as well. There's a lot of voice actors in Yu Yu Hakusho that were like, it's that guy. I think the announcer guy from the tournaments in Dragon Ball.
Yes, he was also one of them. Right. Thank you, shark friends. How do I get in there? Let's try something. Let's try. Swim over
Hi,
here.
James Scott. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the
Thanks for
stream.
joining. We're doing well. We've been very busy. We've been working very hard today.
Have we?
I mean, I can't speak for you, but I have. But it's getting colder, so I've been there like... I feel like my hands are finally warm today for the first time. How are you? It's saying it might snow here next Monday, which would be crazy.
Zelda's drowning! It's gonna snow on Monday?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's great. I'm glad.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Bean's not.
Bean could be.
He won't be.
I need this thing to go away, to be honest. How do I get this thing out of here? Wait, let's try from the other side. Before you drown, Zelda! Can I go through this wall? Yes, I can. Right. We got him out of there. So the next thing to do is swim over here. Oh!
Yu Yu Hakusho definitely took inspiration of Dragon Ball though. Did Yu Yu Hakusho come after Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball came before Yu Yu Hakusho.
Dragon Ball.
Sean lied to me. He said that that Dragon Ball was inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho.
That Dragon Ball was?
Yeah, he was like, Dragon Ball took loads from Yu Yu Hakusho.
No. Yu Yu Hakusho, the anime, was coming out while the Dragon Ball Z was coming out, both alongside each other.
The first episode of Dragon Ball aired in 1986. Yu Yu Hakusho was 1992. Came after. Yeah, it's... I can see that, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Of what?
That it's that way around. I mean, Dragon Ball does...
Dragon Ball is very old.
Dragon Ball is even older.
Dragon Ball is one of the oldest things we'll ever watch.
Hunt Hunter is way different and another concept. It is pretty different. I mean, you can tell, I think the writing, the storytelling in Yu Yu Hakusho is not fantastic. A lot of it is very easy, like, easy solutions, like, oh, okay, you're just gonna have it like that then.
It's the convenience of everything.
Yeah, whereas Hunt Hunter is much deeper. But, you know, if he got some experience writing his first story and then went on to write that. It's just a shame that he couldn't really finish Hunt Hunter.
Yeah.
Would it ever have an actual finish? Is it like One Piece? It would be like super long.
It'll never end. Right. Let's try here. And let's try one of these big boys. Right. And then we'll put that one there. Actually, further up. And then let's move that one off for a second. Beautifully done! This is why I'm a master of Zelda games. I don't claim that though. I am
I think you
that. Right. The way has been recorded. Right, well, I found the boss room. I just need an actual small key to get through a certain place.
I love Hunt Hunter because it's not straightforward. Like, the main
There we
character does not face the big bad. His writing is so different on Hunt Hunter, like going sacrificing his men to kill P2. Netero blows himself up against the king. There's some, like,
Deep
heckin'
storyline.
choices made. I think that was one thing that I didn't understand about Hunt Hunter until you said it, which was Gon. He is the protagonist, but at the same time, it's not just his story.
No.
It's a very unique way of telling a story.
The adventure he goes on, but it's not really about
The world
him.
is so much bigger than just him.
The world's way bigger than just him.
Yeah, which is very unusual. And like you say, him not taking on the big bad kind of thing, like, it's very different. It's a lot less convenient. And the fact that, like, you spend the whole time hating the Chimera ants, and then by the end, when Netero's gonna kill him, you're like,
no,
don't kill him, he just wants to play chess.
He became good, it's okay. He still wants to eat humans, but it's okay. I forgive him. He can eat humans if he wants to. Oh, another locked door. So many. So many! I found an egg! Was it worth it? No! No, I feel like I kind of wasted that key. Right. There's so many different ways to go in this dungeon. Have a blob. Have a blob boy. Have I been up this way? Okay. Not exactly this way. Let's use some rocks for some density. Huh. Oh, yes. Another one.
Then at the end of the anime, Gon's dad introduces the Dark Continent, saying the Chimera ants are from there, and there are possibly even stronger creatures than them. And then the creator decided to take a break.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
now it's continued past that. It's just the anime's never.
Yeah, the manga's a bit further. There is a little bit that the anime could have carried on with. I think he's now finally telling the story of the Dark Continent slowly. It's very sad. I understand that it's his story and that he wants to write it. But if he's not able, it would be nice if he could just let people know how it would continue.
Right.
It's very sad that he's not well enough to finish it because he's got a whole story to tell.
There's a locked door here. On the 3rd floor. I need to take this one and then take the other one.
Because isn't there a battle between Crollo and Hisoka
Yep.
in the manga?
Yep. And literal heads roll.
But the next thing that it would go into was going to be Kurapika, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it going to follow Kurapika?
They're on their way to the Dark Continent.
Oh, so that is Kurapika's story?
Yeah. There's like a big bad. And some shenanigans and stuff. Conspiracies. Alright, let's put some weight on this. Oh. Okay. That was 2 blocks. I can only make 2 more blocks. Go, Zelda! Zelda, you weren't fast enough! You weren't fast enough!
I think this game got Derek even more locked in than Tears of the Kingdom. I'm messing with you.
What do you mean, like the puzzle? They're pretty tricky. Until the dungeons have gotten harder.
I finished.
You finished?
Yeah.
Well done. That was a bean thing to do. Right. Let's continue on. Oh lord, is he back? The big bad fish man. Oh. He got heads galore. Get him, boys! Get him!
I think after the stream I'll quickly just implement the amends that I put on the file while you tidy the kitchen before bed.
That sounds like shenanigans to me, to be honest.
I made dinner.
Sounds like shenanigans.
There's actually not much to, there's nothing to wash up. This chair's super creaky.
You like it?
It's not as comfortable as I expected it to be either. Maybe I've just been sat down too long today.
I've been eaten! Alright, you guys can have a good old time. I'm gonna sleep.
How funny is it the last time you mentioned 7 Deadly Sins and I see it everywhere on my YouTube shorts, asking all the greatest. Really? It's listening. It knows. Oh, I love 7 Deadly Sins so much. Soon, there's like 4 episodes out at the moment of its sequel of the 4 Nights
just
of
need
the
the dub.
Apocalypse. So the dub for that should be coming out soon as well. Which I keep seeing spoilers for and it looks really good.
He's seeing spoilers.
Yeah.
Don't be spoiling. I win. Can I have the boss key now?
I don't think Yu Yu Hakusho is ever going to quite make it up to the level of 7 Deadly Sins, but
No. At least not yet.
it would have to radically improve to ever get that. I don't think it's quite got the potential for that. But I enjoyed
It
that
would
a
have
lot.
to change quite a bit. Oh, boss key. Which means I can now fight the boss. That was it. I beat the dungeon.
Good job.
Well done, me! I just need a little bit of health, you know. Okay, fine. There. That's all I needed. I didn't need a lot.
I wish that's how much sleep I could manage to survive on.
Just... Okay, good. Gross. No
I don't like
thanks!
the look of that.
No thanks, I'm good. I think I'll just leave now. You can stay there. I am so sorry for disturbing your house. Go.
Go, Ma.
I think the eyeball's the weak spot, to be honest. Just a hunch.
I'm gonna go get my cruise ship.
Right, it looks like I need these boys. Ah! Do I have electric bats as well, there we go. Get 'em, boys! Link to the rescue!
Spooky spider.
Woo! Ah! Wait! Don't eat me! I do not taste good.
You might like the taste of food.
I don't know. It's kind of a gross flavor. Smack, 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 smack him! Smack-a-doodle him!
Where's the
I am out of energy though.
where's the end of this wall? You meant to be able. Oh, there it is.
Ah! Fire!
It's like a monster. It's like a creature was inside there.
Whoa! I need some more life juice. Anybody got some life juice for me?
They might need their life juice.
Ah! Alright, I'm just gonna have to attack the best way I know how.
Needle and thread, the struggle is real. You know the struggle is real, I'm so annoyed. This ball of wool was meant to be the same length as an original ball of wool that it got. So tell me how it only did half of what the original ball of wool did. I'm so annoyed, because now I'm gonna have to buy even more, and I didn't want to like spend a fortune on it.
Oh, I won with like no energy left.
Good job, dude.
My friends! Hopefully they have a bit more energy, unlike the rest of them.
Some of them have had like no.
They don't give crap
energy.
all. I said it.
You said it.
Say it again.
I'm gonna try.
Sometimes they don't give crap all.
You said it. Again. I saw a technique for joining wool. I'm gonna try it.
We did it! We saved the jungle!
Although if a friend who just vented about the thread, there it goes. I just won without energy left priority. Hi Twilight, welcome.
Welcome Twilight.
How are you doing?
Welcome to the stream. Leave a like.
My friend shared some of their power with me. Let's see how rubbish they were.
Ah, just enough.
Wow, that was it. All I see is Kage. Yeah. These Zelda streams are super quiet.
Yeah. The Pokemon ones are hectic.
Yes. So we're enjoying the calm before the storm, to be honest, before I take on the next Zelda game, next Pokemon game. How are you? I stole the chat. I saw Sarah Hadland's dance. It was very good to Proud. It was very good. She did herself and Miranda proud. I liked it a lot.
I think this is the actual goddess.
Priestess, your courage has freed this land which was swallowed by nothingness. I am the goddess Faron, one of the three who created your world. You have demonstrated true courage, thus I grant you my sanction. I grant my sanction unto you.
Do you know how to speak for a goddess?
Do you want to be
You
destroyed?
be smited now. That's not how you say it. That's kind of cool you talk to the actual goddess, though. I don't think we've ever... Have you ever heard them speak in any of the Zelda games?
This sanction extols your deeds. The path to the prime energy will open for the one who stands before each of the three. 2 remain. Remember this, your courage will one day be your salvation.
Thank you.
Doing okay, it's been a rough couple of months, but I'm doing alright at the moment. I'm glad you're doing alright at the moment. The path to the prime...
That's try. Try, why do you sound like that?
It's copying her voice. The path to the prime energy. This is my real voice. I'll open for the one who stands before each of the 3. So we won't get near the prime energy before demonstrating our abilities to the goddesses. This probably also means our enemy hasn't gotten near the prime energy yet either. Makes sense why the enemy imprisoned the goddess in the rifts to hinder us. They must be afraid of someone getting the prime energy. I wonder what this energy even is.
I mean, I don't know why they don't just call it a Triforce. We all know it's a Triforce.
There's not really anything else to do in the still world for now. So let's go back to your world, Zelda.
Okay.
Hi, Noxfrosem. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
I'm really rooting for Sarah to win. She just got my vote for being in the horrible histories, though. Yeah, I think she is loving it as well. Like, she looks like she's having a great time. I do love Chris Collisland as well. He's doing fantastic. Prime energy. I know, it feels like they're talking about the Prime drink, doesn't it?
Prime energy. Amazon Prime.
Or Amazon Prime.
Energy.
Imagine talking
we all
like
know
the
it's a
whole day
Triforce.
with that silent tone.
Well, that was awful.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, I've had it with spiders and dark thorns. Good riddance to all of it. I'm just glad everyone's back. Thank you for saving them. Huh? What is it? I think I smell something. That smells stinky. Gross. I smell it too. It's light, fresh, and fruity. What is that? I know what that is. I know exactly what it is. We're so hung up on cotton candy we didn't see under our snoots this whole time. A treat that tastes great and puts a refreshing feeling in your mouth. You mean? Yep, smoothies! The fact we smell them all the way from here must mean everyone's drinking them. Ah, we can't be the last ones to try them. We'll look like bumpkins. Come on, let's go.
Didn't know this game was made by KSI and Logan Paul. Twilight had the same thought as me. It's like the Prime drink. Always chasing after the next thing. Guess they didn't learn much from the cotton candy incident.
They did not. I guess we just follow them now.
It's funny because you mentioned Horrible Histories. We've been playing that. Well, we played the Horrible Histories board game the other day. It's very good. Recommend. But also, I realised I never actually watched all of Ghosts, so I've been absolutely binging it. I literally have got to just the very last episode now, the last Christmas special. And I've enjoyed it a lot. Because I realised I think I watched it quite sporadically and I never fully watched it. And it's fantastic. I've loved every single episode. I'm sad it's over now.
Go and get your smoothies, guys.
I need the board game. It's really good and it has multiple choices, so it's not like too hard because especially you were like, I'm not gonna know any of this, but it's not just British history, like it has worldwide
It's
and
like
stuff.
world history.
I don't understand Deku Scrubs, and as long as they're happy I suppose it's fine. Anyway, I'm glad we're finally able to fix the Faron Wetlands Rift. But I wonder what the sanction thing we got from the goddess is. The other 2 rifts are Elden Volcano and Holy Mount Lanayru, right? Let's keep at it, Zelda. I know we can do this.
Right, stamp-a-doodle-doo.
Hi, Light Blue Yoshi fan. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to
Thanks
the
for joining.
stream. Right, we fixed that rift, so I guess the next one... I mean, there's one right here. Can I fix these tiny ones too?
The ending makes you cry. Oh no, I haven't seen the ending either. Oh,
Of what, the Christmas special
Of
that you're on?
Ghosts. I'm not ready.
The
The only bit so far that's really made me cry is when she showed Pat the VHS thing of him before he died, and then he was sad. But then when he watched the second bit where his son was like doing what his dad used to do, oh, that got me. I was going. It was beautiful.
Didn't get you.
It got me. It got me good. Kage says, I just got into a franchise I never thought I'd watch ever, but my friend got me into it. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. The boy who lived.
How much have you watched
Come
of it?
to die. Oh,
We're gonna need tissues. Oh, I'll make sure I have tissues then. Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be sad. And it's the last, right? Because I saw that they said they only ever intended it to have 5 seasons. And that they felt... Basically, they wanted to, like, end it before they kind of...
Keep going forever.
Keep people wanting more. Like Terry Wogan said. So Terry Wogan. Always keep people wanting more. Like, when things go on too long, and then they kind of trail off and aren't remembered as fondly. They wanted to avoid that, but I would have liked more. I'm mixed with Harry Potter. I was not a fan of it enough, but I did love the films as a kid and still do. I've seen 4 movies of the 8.
Ooh, very good.
Which is your favourite so far? I've never been a huge Harry Potter fan. I'm certainly not as big a fan as you. You can pretty much quote the whole thing.
I watched it so many times, I can pretty much quote all the movies. Pretty much.
We played a Harry Potter trivia game that I've had for ages, and we've been trying to play more board games and stuff. So we played that, and I was actually did pretty good. No, I knew nothing, Bean. I knew nothing. I was rubbish. I thought I knew more than this.
And then there's me. Like, if I don't remember one of the answers, I'll use a different scene to lead my way there.
I was never a huge fan of it. I found the last films way too dark and grungy.
Yes, they were very dark.
And the acting is quite funny watching back the when they're really little, because obviously they're not the most they're not the most fantastic actors when they were little. But the first one, my fave's not a fan of the later 4 as much. I don't know if I really have a favorite.
I don't care for. Oh God! Ah! Sorry. Ah! I don't care for the 5th one or 6th one that much. They get
Which
a bit.
Is the 6th one?
They get a bit dreary. I feel like.
Yeah, they do get a bit dreary. Which is
the color?
6th one?
They take the color out of everything. The 6th one is the Half-Blood Prince.
Oh yeah, I don't think I really
Or
care
Snape
for that one. It gets a bit.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, some stuff happens.
Kage.
It is good. It's just I think it. I don't know. I feel like it loses the plot a little bit in some sense, where it took some things out of the books that should have stayed in. Some of it was great. Some of it was like exactly how I imagined it to be. And there's some cool moments still, but just dreary. And I feel like it loses a bit of the magic. Funny enough, because they stick
no
with
pun intended.
They stick with one director for the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th films, and he
had a certain vision.
He had a certain vision.
It was quite different, I think, to the original.
It was very different, and also it tended to be a lot of them just waving the wands and magic comes out and hits you, versus actually like really clever like spell casting and stuff. I feel like it was almost done to like conserve time because they were getting older and they needed to make them really fast before they got too old. And for CGI's sake, I think a lot of times they just
made it easy.
Yeah.
Hi, Egypt Princess, welcome. Thank you for joining. The first five's my favourite, not fan of the later 4 as much. The ending of this is pretty final, but I've heard they got another project in the works. Ooh, I would like that. Well, they did Yonderland, didn't they? And they've done that one. The more that the Horrible Histories cast can do together, I am there for whatever they make, to be honest. They have so much chemistry between them, and they're so talented and funny. I love the 3rd movie, said Kage. When the
3rd one's great.
Time traveled, but the 4th got pretty dark with the tournament, the Goblet of Fire, the stakes got higher.
Yeah.
Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
3rd one's fantastic. 4th one was my favorite for the longest time. until the 8th one. I really
With
like.
Cedric Diggory.
I know the 8th one is very dark and you can't see anything, but when you could see it, it's great. It just gets
what
so.
you can see is good.
Just the destruction of everything that you know, and like characters dying and things. It's crazy.
Don't spoil anything.
I haven't said a single thing.
You said characters die.
Yeah, but I don't know who it is.
Kage says 4 movies left to go. Don't spoil me. Runs away.
I saw the last film. I saw it like 3 times in theaters.
Hmm.
I saw it once in 2D. I watched it in 3D and then again in 2D. It was great.
When 3D films were a thing.
Yeah.
My faves are Prisoner of Azkaban and Chamber of Secrets. I hate the lack of colour in the later ones. I hate it when they do
The lack of
that.
colour
It's
was
like,
sad.
I understand you want to make it feel dark, but I can't see anything. Like, I need some saturation.
It's the dull color palette that they
Mhm.
use, where everything seems grayed out,
Mm-hmm.
or like is it sepia? Sepia?
Sepia.
Where it looks like it's just
Yeah.
one color palette, and you're like,
I think
I
my mum
need
says
some.
sepia. But I
Sepia?
always say sepia. I don't know what it is, but I know what you mean.
Is that just
Yeah.
dull, lifeless? Yeah, they were going for like, well, the tone was getting darker. It's like, yeah, but you don't need to make this actual environment darker.
Ace said, did you win?
I don't think it helped that they were filming a lot of it in like either England or Europe, and it's probably cloudy all the time. And they're like, look, there's no color, this is gray.
There is no colour to film.
I feel like that's what happened.
Not sure which Harry Potter movie is my favourite. I do write fan fiction about it.
Ooh,
Interesting.
saucy.
What vibe do you go for in your fan fiction of it? Controversially, I like the Chris Columbus vibes in the first 2 the most, especially the John Williams soundtrack those first 2 have. I mean, John Williams is... I mean, the music of Harry Potter is just Harry Potter, isn't it? Yeah,
Its whole identity is the music.
Yeah. John Williams did a fantastic job of the soundtrack. Who's Chris Columbus?
He's the director of the first 2
He's the director of
films,
those 2.
which to me, they were the cheesiest of all of them, but it was okay because they were kids.
Yeah, it did.
So
fit
it
the
matched
vibe.
exactly what it needed to. It also had the wonder and the magic really well. But the third one, the tone shift for the third one is like... mwah. And it still had John Williams for the third film as well.
Mm.
So,
I always found it very strange, the swapping of the actor for Dumbledore. I understand why they did
he
it.
died.
I know, I understand, but I always found
They
that...
couldn't do anything.
But it wasn't just that they swapped the actor, they swapped the whole character. He was this, like,
Very weak
man, and then he's suddenly, like, I don't know, young again.
It works. It's like, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
It was the final movie.
Right, we're
8th
going...
one is the only one I saw in the cinema. I'm not sure if I saw any in the cinema.
You didn't see any of them in the cinema?
I didn't care about it enough to go watch it.
Did you see Twilight in the cinema?
I did.
See, they're out at the same time, really.
Did you see Harry Potter new cooking show? No. There's a cooking show?
I feel quite disturbed knowing that information.
Why is there a cooking show? I was only 1 and 2 in theaters.
I saw the first one in theaters, but I can't quite remember it because I was very little. I was like 10 when it came out.
I don't remember if I saw it.
What was nice is I grew up with the actors.
Yeah.
So I watched it when as a 10-year-old while they were like 10, and then as the films were coming out, it was like I was getting older with them. It was really cool to experience that.
When I see the title of the first one, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, my brain went full metal, not knowing that the Philosopher's Stone is something very older than all of us. You're like, alchemy? The law of equivalent exchange? What's funny is how they called it the Sorcerer's Stone in America, as if you wouldn't know what a Philosopher's Stone is.
Well, we wouldn't.
Do you call it Sorcerer's Stone?
The Sorcerer's
That's
Stone.
so random.
Well, it's because a philosopher to us is something that is not anything to do with wizardry.
Well, it's the same for us. Philosopher is like Greek philosophy.
So they're like, wait, this is Harry Potter, so it should be sorcerer.
But the Philosopher's Stone is like a thing. I was like 7, 8 when the last one was in cinema. I had just popped out of the womb when the Philosopher's Stone came out.
Popped out and ready for Harry Potter.
Chris Columbus also directed the first 2 Home Alone movies, and John Williams also did the soundtrack.
Yeah. So he was very familiar with John Williams.
Working together.
It's all thanks to Steven Spielberg because he would introduce. He'd be like, "Hey, I know this guy called John Williams. Great for music. You should probably check him out." And then they do, and they're like, "Yes, actually, it's great. Thank you."
Spoiler. I've only seen like half of the first Twilight movie. I cannot physically watch them. I feel like at some point we're going to have to ironically watch them back. Because
I've never seen any of them, but I've seen the guy who makes fun of them on Instagram that does the scenes, and it really looks terrible.
Looking back in hindsight,
it looks horrible.
They are terrible.
But like laughably horrible. Like it'd be a fun time just to laugh at the whole film.
Yeah.
All I remember.
Yeah.
All I remember is the madness of, was it the last film? Where they made it out like everyone died.
Yeah, it got me as well.
And everyone was like, "No!"
I mean,
and then all of a sudden it was like a dream sequence or something.
It was Alice. She can see the future, and it was her seeing a potential future.
Yeah, but no one knew that at the time.
No, and I watched it in the cinema as well. And I remember with my friend, I was like, "This didn't happen in the book."
You were like, everybody was really...
everybody, and I'm like, this didn't happen. And then it's like a dream, and you're like, that was a pretty good way of telling a story.
It was a pretty good way to subvert expectations as a book reader.
So
they knew the book reader to be like, no!
I think I need to watch them with friends or something to get through them because they're so cringe. Yeah, they are. They're more just to like laugh at this point.
Please come back. Hey, you, could you lend me a hand? For some reason, my dear sweet cuckoos decided to skip over the fence this morning. They ran away from me, the little rebels. We're getting along so well. If you manage to get a hold of my cookies, can you put them back in this pen? There are 5 cookies total. Please, I need your help.
I don't think you almost didn't survive that voice. 1.
I don't know what happened to my voice there. I apologize.
You were struggling with that voice acting. Here's number 2.
She was just very impassioned.
Our brother Cuckoos.
Yeah. We watched the new Beetlejuice film.
Beetlejuice.
I would say his name. It was actually very good. We enjoyed it.
It was so crazy.
It was very in keeping with the original, we felt.
Princess Zelda, hello. I'm here to King's orders to help look into the rifts. The villagers say the rifts are prepared on Elden Volcano and up in the Goron City. Apparently the Gorons haven't been spared all this either.
The Gorons have always been good neighbors. We're pretty worried about them.
They got new here recently, but that's all we've heard. We don't know how to help them.
We'd love to help them with the rift, but we're not cut out for the terrain and monsters up there.
That's a bit of all we know, Your Highness.
The Gorons will probably be able to tell us about the large rift.
Well, I'm not done here yet, little friend. There's some Cuckoos still to capture.
I'm an advocate for cringe, but I've been listening to Under Erection. I'm reposting Lee Tomlinson fan edits. Some as cringe as they come, but there's something about Twilight I can't get through. It was of its time, you know. It was a craze at the time.
Oh, it was a craze. All teenage girls were into that back then. Back in the day, and there was like a weird like war between Twilight and Harry Potter because more boys liked Harry Potter and the girls are really into Twilight, and then there was like Twilight sucks, like no, Harry Potter sucks, the story's way better in Twilight, no. And then just back and forth.
I wasn't one of the first on the Twilight bandwagon, because I remember one of the girls in my year running up to me and going, Jacob or Edward? And I had no idea what she was talking about. There was a boy called Jacob and a boy called Edward in our year, and I assumed she was asking me whose side I'd be on. I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, and then I found out she was talking about Twilight.
I mean, it's where it came from with the better love story than Twilight. Because Twilight
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Sucked. This is you.
Oh, God.
Thank goodness you brought my dear sweet cookers home. I'm so grateful. Please come this way.
Okay, I'm scared now. I should not have helped this lady. Help! Oh.
Thank you. I'm so glad my cookies are all back.
Cookies.
I call them my cookies. That's why they ran away in the first place. I think the refreshing grapes I gave them for breakfast might have been too sour. My darlings can be rather picky eaters. Anyway, thank you. Here's the reward for helping me out, my little scamps.
Oh, a bottle. A fairy bottle.
By the way, did you know if you lift a cocoa over your head and jump from a high place, you'll glide in the air? Really, I suppose you could do that with any winged creature.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Goes on the loose. Achieve. What is this place?
I can channel the teenage girl energy, just not enough Twilight. I was in HMV and I was cackling because I found Team Jacob and Edward t-shirts in 2024. Really?
Wow.
That must have been some old stock they were trying to sell. No, like Twilight, but my older sister love it, even bought the books. I had the books. I actually have the books, the first book in Italian and Spanish.
Wow.
Because I knew the book so well, I was like, if I can read it in Italian and Spanish, it will help my language.
I think it's crazy how every time there was like a teenage girl story of some kind like that, like a girl protagonist or whatever, there's always like a war between which guy was the hottest one.
Like in
Hunger Games. Yeah, PETA or the other dude.
I was team the other dude.
No one knows his name. What is his
Did it
name?
begin with an H?
Harrison. No. Harry. No.
I really fell off.
Harold.
I really fell off watching the Hunger Games. I don't think I watched past the first one. Or
The
maybe
first
two.
one I loved. I loved the first one. And then so I read the book for the second one, and the book was amazing. And then the second movie came out, and I'm like, not as good as the book.
Wow, that's a big mountain. But there should be somewhere I can make a rift entrance up there. I wonder where we can find the Gorons.
And then I watched the third film in the cinema, and I was like, I have no idea what's happening. I think it's because there was so many years in between, and I didn't keep up with it. So me and my sister watched all three, like, back to back. Not like all at once, a binge, but like, just like pretty like all together. And it was fantastic. I understood everything. It all was great. It was a good time.
There's a Twilight resurgence happening. I don't know why, but there is. How random. I didn't even know that. Anyways, I'm Team Lord of the Rings.
Yes!
Team Legolas.
Well, are you excited for the hunt for Gollum? Hunt for Gollum? Anybody hunt for Gollum? Or are you excited for like the anime War of the Rohirrim, I think is what it is, coming out?
I don't mind the Hunger Games, but they messed up that last movie. I don't think I've even watched the last movie. Yeah, I was team the other guy because I felt so bad. He helped look after her whole family, and then she's just like, hey, this baker boy's kind of hot.
He saved my life while we were in the games.
Excuse me.
He can bake really good, though.
He loved you
The
your
frosting
whole life before the Hunger Games.
No,
were
but
a
have
thing.
you seen his frosting magic where he made himself look like a rock, like on the ground? Remember that? And people are like, there is no baker like on Earth that's just like I just bake for fun, and then they can do that. No.
Maybe the Is It Cake people, but
He's like a normal baker, and he's like, no, look at these skills. As if any baker, any of them could do that. It's like, no, it takes an expert.
I need to find out what that other guy is called. I'm very excited for Hunt for Gollum. The anime I'm more apprehensive of.
I'm apprehensive of the anime as well, because it's supposed to be focusing on the King of Rohan, but it seems to be focusing on the random, like, princess girl or something. I think the focus looks like in the wrong place. So I don't know if I'm ready for that one. The Hunt for Gollum? I mean, they're trying to bring back Ian McKellen. They're trying to bring back, like,
Gale.
all the, like, a lot of original people for that one, so I'm very interested. As long as it's not CGI. Gale? That's what it was, Gale. PETA or Gale?
Nah, Gale. Oh, there it is. Killed Prim, Peter was always the right choice. I might not have got that far, to be honest.
Did he actually kill her? Or
Was that her sister?
Yeah. I don't remember. It's been so long.
I don't remember. I don't think I got that far. I think I read the first two. I definitely watched the first one. I'm not sure if I watched the second one. And I definitely haven't read or seen the third. They're doing the girl power thing again, and as a girl I'm not into it that much because they're warping the stories too much. Is that for the anime that they're doing that in?
The girl power thing, yeah. It is very much... I didn't want to say anything just in case I would offend anybody, but it is very much the girl power thing.
I'm not much into it either.
No.
It can have
When
a
it's
good
done,
place.
when
It
it's
can be
done right, it's done with the girl in the woman in Lord of the Rings that was like, I am no man. No, like that is girl power. That was great. But this random princess, like, I don't want to be a princess. I want to be a fighter. It's okay. We've seen this before.
Yeah, it's not new. The fandom calls Gale the Prim Reaper.
That's messed up.
Wow. When do all these Lord of the Rings things come out?
The anime one comes out in cinemas this holiday season. And then the other one...
You wanna go watch it?
I don't know. I'm kind of apprehensive about it, to be honest. All they did was slap Peter Jackson's name on it. Like, psh, there, he's part of it. It's like, he had nothing to do with it, did he? You were just... just using his name. It's the princess power thing I'm like...
So it's
Can we
an
not
anime
do that?
film?
Yeah.
Is it actually an anime or is it just
They
animation?
made it an anime style. Like Japanese anime style.
Is there a trailer for it?
Yeah.
Have I seen it?
No.
Okay, I'll have to see it. They keep doing it with a lot of the rings, but they do it so wrong. Like Galadriel in Rings of Power, Galadriel was already insanely powerful magic-wise, which to me is way cooler than a sword. Like, I didn't need a sword-wielding Galadriel.
Yeah, it's like she was already powerful and already well-respected among even people in the Lord of the Rings ethos. Like, they didn't need to make her this ninja fighting warrior. Like, I'm really amazing with the sword. It's like,
But you're
What
so
about-
powerful.
what about your
You
magic?
don't need it. You didn't need a sword ever.
Did you watch season 2 of the Rings of Power? Because I was going to, and then I saw them do like giving orcs like wives and children, and like protect the orcs. I'm like, okay, no, I couldn't bring myself to watch it, unfortunately. There's a giant rift right here. Let's just take this one out. Whifty. Oh, I'm so thirsty.
I haven't gotten past the first episode of the first
Oh,
season.
No. Well, I watched the first season. I didn't think it's difficult because at a glance, it wasn't terrible. It did some interesting things, and there were some interesting tie-ups with the Lord of the Rings movies. But overall, it was very boring. Overall, it was like...
You said a lot of talking?
It's just not needed. There was a lot of it was just not needed. But yeah, it wasn't horrible though. Like, it could have been a lot worse. It's just it felt like they were trying to be like, look, Lord of the Rings. You know this. Is this
You
Gandalf?
like this, right?
Is this Gandalf? You know who it is.
They've put Gandalf
You
in
know
now,
who
haven't
it
they?
is. Well, they
season two.
officially gave him his name.
He's Grand Elf, and it was.
And then he's like,
warped to
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
It's like, no.
He's not an elf.
No. Yeah, it was. There's not a lot wrong with it.
My issue is they keep making the female characters strong by giving them male attributes instead of leaning into their power as women.
Yeah.
I have an issue with it too.
Yeah, it's where they're like, how do we make a female
disappointing.
powerful? Make her like a guy.
It's because
like,
then they make them kind of unlikable.
no. Yeah, they make them like annoyingly rude.
Yeah, and it's like, why have you made the main character unlikable? By making them like a guy? But they're a girl? Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that that's the way they've chosen to do it, because it kind of ruins the whole concept. And it does nothing for female empowerment.
No.
Because then people hate them.
Yeah.
And no one goes to watch it or anything.
No, I don't know who makes these decisions, but I don't think they know.
It ain't working. Just why don't they just ask some women? Or do they ever think about that?
Ah! I'm trying to not float, please. Ah! Burning!
I didn't even watch the first season. I didn't watch any of it. I was kind of like, I'm happy with what we had. I might watch
I can't fight this
the,
guy over
the Gollum one. Because that's got the guy, that's got, what, Andy Serkis?
Yeah. Reprising his role as Gollum.
So, I'll probably watch that.
And Peter Jackson, I think, is kind of
Is he more involved
I
in
think
that
he's
one?
more involved in that one.
So I'd probably watch that one.
I don't know how to beat this guy, to be honest. It's kind of annoying.
I guess I can just beat him very slowly.
But then feminine characters like Snow White get picked on for being passive and girly when she's in fact extremely resilient and strong. We cannot win as a sex. What are we supposed to do?
Just be yourselves.
What is that? It's true. It's hard to win now.
Just gotta be like Leia from Star Wars. Strong, leader, but feminine. You know, she still like the guy, like the scoundrel. She was afraid sometimes.
I feel like
but
that one monologue from the Barbie movie.
No, don't even remind me about that.
That was a ride.
Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with this floaty thing. Stop. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way.
Oh, really? Really? I was almost there.
I'm trying to think of a female character that I like particularly like in.
But like is strong,
Yeah.
but still feminine. In what? In just anything?
Yeah. That's not a chick flick.
Ah! Ugh.
I mean, to be fair, even though I don't care for Hunger Games that much, I think Katniss Everdeen was a good female.
Oh yeah.
Lead.
Strong. Very strong-willed.
Mm-hmm.
But feminine.
I think she was good.
There wasn't like a forced like she's very manly.
I don't know, even though she did fight,
She
which would ordinarily be kind
she
of
did,
so,
but
so they did a good job actually with her.
She wasn't amazing
What
at
Susan
fighting,
Collins did.
but she was amazing with the bow.
Yeah.
And it was a skill that kind of matched her characteristics. It wasn't like I'm suddenly amazing with every weapon I use. It doesn't matter what it is. Like no. You have your specific weapon. You're good with that. That's it.
I don't know what it was about it that I didn't like.
Well, maybe you should rewatch it. Maybe it was your old self. Maybe it was your younger self. You just didn't care for it. Maybe your older self will.
Maybe I've matured.
You've matured.
Like cheese.
Like cheddar? You
Yeah.
matured cheddar? Everything always comes back to cheese.
One of my favourite female characters is Summer from Power Rangers RPM. She's actually really cool as a fighter, but also deeply caring, likeable, and has her own story in a showing that 8-year-old boys. I haven't seen that. It sounds interesting. How much power you got? Oh,
Nothing.
barely
It was not.
anything.
It wasn't worth it. I struggled through that. Those were some difficult areas. It wasn't worth it, Blobhead. Blob. It wasn't worth it at all. I'm gonna cry now. Well, at least I can be in this area now without it being totally overrun.
I know. In Star Trek Voyager, the captain's a female,
Hey, see?
and I always liked it. Star Trek Voyager is probably my favorite Star Trek. Because it is also one of the shorter ones. You can actually watch the whole thing.
A lot of the Doctor's companions were strong-willed female.
Yes.
Amy Pond?
That's true.
Very
That is
strong
true.
female,
Yeah.
but likable.
Donna.
Donna?
Rose.
Yeah,
River. All of them.
all of them very strong, very
Martha
but still
Jones,
keep their.
less likable, but still. I don't know why. I don't know. Martha Jones gets a bad reputation. She gets some some of the best storylines though with Martha Jones.
Yeah, but she killed that alien, and I'll never forgive her for that. The Bubble Boy.
Saved her life and then drowned.
For nothing. She didn't need to be out there in that swampy area.
I did hate that. That's true.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
Zelda, do you think this is one of the go-ups?
Hylian? Oh, welcome to Goron City. But this is no time for hellos. A rift sprung up and a bunch of my friends fell in. And on top of that, Darston fell in after. He shouted that he'd save our friends, but he got too close and the rift swallowed him up. Oh, Darston, you just became chief.
Dustin.
Let's get to work, Zelda.
I can heal rifts.
Wait, you say you can fix rifts? Then maybe you can save my friends. Hurry, follow me.
Right. We found where we need to be.
It's bizarrely incredible for a show in a dying franchise, whilst Disney were desperate to get rid of it and paid no attention to what's being made. Like, for real, Power Rangers, I feel it was really solid shot. Watch 32 episodes of actual quality writing and insanely good character development.
That's what we need.
Occasionally there's a little gem.
Thanks so much for helping us. This is the rift that swallowed Chief Darston and our friends.
Okay.
Please do something, anything. We've already tried everything we could think of.
Now I'll go save your dad. We're gonna get in this rift and shimmy on there. Shimmy on. I'm excited for season 2 of Arcane. It just came out, and it's a Netflix show, so you know what that means.
What does that mean?
All the episodes are out all at once.
Oh.
I think so, anyways. I think
They don't do that with Stranger Things.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
No, the last 2 episodes they release later.
Oh, yeah.
So that you have to pay at least 2
Yes,
months worth
they
of-
tricked you. Well, to be fair, they cut the season 2 in half. So the first half is out, and the second half you have to wait till later. They're doing the
They
same.
do it so that you have to pay at least 2 months
At
worth
least
of
2 months.
subscription instead of just 1 month.
Yeah, it's true. But it's worth it.
I can sense my friends. They're all trying to be 4, to be exact.
Only
The rest
4?
of them-
Usually it's 5, isn't it? Right, I'll find your stinking little friends.
It's not very nice.
Stinking.
You don't know if they
Smelling.
Also, an insane choice to set a kid show during the apocalypse in the last city on Earth, where the main character is a military guy with daddy issues, another guy with daddy issues, a rich girl with daddy issues. That sounds like a crazy premise for Power Rangers.
I like how the chat was all Kage.
And now it's
And now
all
it's all
Twilight. We don't mind monopolies here.
We don't mind.
He's lost everything. A guy mixed in with drug cartels, an amnesic cyborg who escaped a hospital, and a mentor who was kidnapped and placed in a government think tank. Who came up with these characters? Goodness me. That sounds crazy.
Right, that's 2. 2 down. Whoa. Whee! 3 down. And 1 more. Where is the last one? This guy looks fun. Let's try drowning him. Ah! I'm trying to drown you, friend. It's not. I didn't want to get.
I don't know where everyone went. They disappeared.
Oh. Water did nothing. Get him, boys!
Get him, boys.
Oh, he died. He fell off the cliff. Do I still get his power? The Zero Echo. There's a lot of random people in here. Oh, down here.
Hey Kelly, welcome.
Welcome to the stream.
What am I making? Well, I'm making a blanket
The most ultimate blanket on planet Earth.
because it's cold. It's getting really cold here. It's coming along well. I had an issue with the wool, so this is my blanket.
It's beautiful.
So far, it is this big. I started with this colour, and all it made was that much from one massive ball of wool because it's really chunky yarn. This is my yarn. And they stopped doing... They discontinued that wool. And I'm like, okay, it only made that much. But I found that they'd recontinued it, but it was like very, very slightly different. So I'm like, well, there's another one, there's another colour. So if I alternate it, then it won't be as noticeable that like it's a different colour. So I got this wool. It said, and you can vouch, it said the same length.
Same length.
And then it only
But it
made,
looked different. It looked more
it
compact.
looked more compact, but I thought it says the same length, and it only made up to there. And I'm like, well, that's not the equivalent of this, and I'm going to have to go back and buy more yarn, and the shop is going to think I'm insane. Like,
I'm
how
sure
much
they have
wool
people.
do you need?
I'm sure they have people make clothes and blankets and stuff. You should make it a shirt.
Out of this, you'd be warm.
You'd be warm. Make your own hoodie.
But it is nice and chunky, and the pattern that I've got, I looked forever for what pattern to do for a blanket. I wanted something a bit different. And this one you can actually put your fingers under like the little loops, which I think is just quite nice,
Quite pleasing.
tactile experience. It's also kind of like a weighted blanket. It's quite heavy, which is quite nice because weighted blankets are meant to be like
Warmer.
no, they're also meant to make you calmer,
Snugger.
and snugger. So yeah, I'm making a weighted
Smugger.
blanket, and the nicest part of making a blanket is that it is now currently a blanket while I'm crocheting it. So it's covering my knees, so I'm nice and warm while I crochet. Thick wool, was it hard? It's very easy. It's a very easy pattern, and because it's so repetitive, it's nice because you don't have to focus on it. It's like a really like easy just going at it. But I'm gonna have to buy more yarn, which is the annoying thing about it.
More for you. More for me. More blanket for me.
Yeah, because otherwise it's a blanket for one, whereas we can share it if I make it bigger.
Snug. Oh.
I don't think it's for him, but it's actually going to be yours. Sorry. You'll have to choose your own wool and I'll make you one.
Everyone's back, and the rift's nowhere in sight.
Yay, she did it! She really did it! Woohoo! Pot of time. Do they have big belly buttons? What are those? Don't look at my belly button. Yeah, what happened? I remember there was a rift, but when I went to check it out...
Dustin, you made it back too.
Oh, Dustin.
Yeah, so the rift's gone. Everyone's back? How?
Ask the Hylian. She's the one that saved you.
Hello.
Hello, it's me. You did? Thank you so much. What's your name? It's Zelda, baby. Princess Zelda of Hyrule? Really? It's a pleasure to meet you. Wow. I'm Darstan, the recently appointed chief of the Gorons. And who's your floaty friend?
I'm Try.
Try, huh? Nice to meet you too. Wait, what? Who the heck are you talking about? Where's Papa?
You missed. You lost one. Oh no.
Oh, he's still dead. Sorry, child.
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
Papa didn't make
Oh,
it.
wait a sec. I don't see Elder Gold or Elder Solve either.
What?
Hang on. Elder Gold said he was gonna stop by the quarry for some rock roast. Yeah, and the elders told me something seemed off at the Lizalfos burrow, so we went to check. Chief, what do? We gotta find him.
Give me a second to think. Can't just search randomly. Gotta do something, though. Better check the slate again.
Chief, everything okay?
He's new, okay?
Yeah, here we go. Listen, everyone. I'm gonna find our friends myself, so you all should wait here. Nuggets of wisdom. Nuggets of wisdom. Number 32, don't stop when it's go
Don't
time.
stop when you got enough.
He's gone. Just like that. What did he say about nuggets of wisdom?
Is he okay?
That sure seems different from the leaders of the Gerudo and Zoro. Huh? I wonder where he went.
Follow him.
Follow him.
Whole thing is free on YouTube though, definitely worth watching at some point. It's season 17, but it's a standalone. I'll add it to a long list.
Add it to the list. I'll let you catch up.
It's chunky. I love chunky wool as well. I have a lot of chunky wool and not many things I've made from it. Just because I have a passion for buying chunky wool. Anyone who crochets or knits knows that buying wool is a separate hobby.
It is. You buy like you're addicted to it, but you're not making anything, you're just buying it.
I've always wanted to make a blanket. It's pretty good, and it's nice and easy to just... Once you've found a pattern, it's just row by row. It's like, it's quite... Or you can do one as a massive granny
Massive
square.
circle.
Granny square. They call them granny squares.
Big circle.
Derek, it's not your blanket, sorry. My great-great-grandma tried to teach me how to knit, but I was terrible at it. I find crochet a lot easier than knitting. I tried to knit, and it just wasn't for me. I was way too tight. It doesn't matter if your tension's a bit tight on here. Cold, it's very cold. It's got very cold. It's been super cloudy, which has made it warmer. Made Derek's allergies horrific.
Oh, I think it was the fireworks.
We had bonfire night, and people took it as bonfire week, to be honest. And we've had so many fireworks and stuff, and it's really affected your allergies.
I was killing. I'm doing a bit better now, but man, there was a couple of days I was like dead.
But now the skies are clear, which means it's very cold. It says it's going to get to 0 on next Monday.
It might snow on Monday.
Might snow.
Woo!
But we have a telescope now.
We do.
So
we saw Saturn. We saw Jupiter.
We're making the
little
most
dots.
of the clear skies.
But we could see them.
You could see the rings on Saturn, which was pretty cool. Can knit by struggle with sofa. Oh, you find it harder to crochet than knit? Interesting. I guess I think the thing about crochet for me, I found it more forgiving. And it's amazing how much you can't count. You'd think you can count, and then you do that, and you're like, how is this a different count to what I thought it was? Crochet, you don't notice. Knitting, you do. You guys making pie for Thanksgiving like always? Can't believe it's almost Thanksgiving. You'll be making an apple pie. We did make an apple pie with our own apples.
Our own apples.
But they were ready too early, but it was delicious.
There's no way I don't know, they might have lasted. There's a couple of them I still have.
Do you?
Yeah, they're ripening
With the
the
tomatoes?
They're a bit soft now.
Well,
So they wouldn't have quite
they
made
wouldn't
it.
have been fresh and crisp. But Derek will make a pie, an apple pie. Isn't making that blanket crocheting or knitting? Is crochet right? Yeah, I'm crocheting it. I got the crochet hook. A nice chunky one, since it's chunky.
Chunkity.
Oh, it's up here.
It's over there.
Look at it!
Look at this! Look at it!
the same with books. Buying books is a separate hobby to reading them. It really
You
is.
do.
That's so true. I went to Waterstones the other day for just Miranda's book. I came out with 4 books. There's too many books. And I have a whole pile I've not read yet. Is that why Derek looks like he's been crying? Your
It's my
allergy, you were
allergies.
sneezing just a bit ago.
I was sneezing a bit ago.
And it affected your allergies. It's just because we're sad.
It's go time, but where do I go?
It's very dark now, which makes the day super short.
Super sad and dark. I gotta find everyone who's missing, but how? Maybe I should consult the slate again. Think. We hear you talking to yourself, by the way. Don't look at my belly button. Oh, aha, again.
Aston, what's on the slate there? I feel like
Oh,
we're being mean to Dustin.
These are the 10 Commandments given me to by Moses.
I didn't. That's what they should. Instead of the 10 Commandments, it should be the 10 Nuggets of Wisdom.
Nuggets of wisdom. It's the Goron Chief's 56 Nuggets of Wisdom. There are 56 mottos my father left for me. I kinda rely on them. Your father? Yeah, my father was the previous chief. He's dead though. He's not here anymore. I killed him. Yeah, 56 models? Has all the advice about how our Goron chief should lead. Without it, I couldn't even sleep at night. Is there anything else you'd like to know? I think I'm okay. Even without his instructions, I'm still me. I know I should act more confident now that I'm chief.
Dustin,
Yeah.
we've been going around mending rifts. We're looking for one big one nearby. Do you know where it might be? He's just like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
it's
just
straight to the
completely-
point. He's just, you're having a whole thing about your dad. And not
He's
here
like,
for it.
Darson? Yeah? Where's the next rift?
Dustin, look at me.
Look at me. Darston. Don't care about your daddy issues, Darston.
That was,
Give me the rift.
That was cruel. Hilarious.
The biggest rift is at the crater. But you can't get close because it's all the poison gas on the way. Speaking of gas, I'm checking. Wait, I once heard there's a shortcut to the crater somewhere.
A shortcut. That's promising.
I don't know the details, but Elders Goal and Suv might know. Problem is, they're both missing. Oh, what should we do? Hang on a sec. Could you two maybe help me look for everyone who's still missing? I know I'm chief, but I don't think I can do this by myself. There's a lot of ground to cover. So the Elders were supposedly headed to the Rock Roast Quarry in the northwest and the Lizalfos Burrow to the north. Got it. Okay, let's do this. Where should we start? Maybe Nugget of Wisdom number 8? No, not 52 either.
There's a lot of nuggets.
Zelda, she's doing the thing again.
Maybe we should head out first and let him think. He hates him. He's doing the thing again. That's so funny.
Cares not for
Jealous,
him.
I love space and cosmic things. I wish you could see Saturn. You'll have to come over one day and on a clear day, and you can see Saturn. It was really cool to see. Like, it's the ring around it. We saw Jupiter as well. The guy said that we'd be able to see the red spot on Jupiter. We couldn't focus on it. It's so hard to look through a telescope, by the way. It's very hard to look through it and see.
Yeah, because
it.
you think your eye is looking at it, but
then it's
you're not
like
looking at
not.
anything.
It's very
just...
odd. We spent a long time in that telescope shop as well. But yeah, it was hard to get it to focus. But we did see Jupiter, and we saw Uranus as well. Uranus.
We saw Uranus.
And we would have seen Neptune, but the moon was too bright. But we did see the moon nice and close up. It's really cool having a telescope. My mom and dad got it as an early Christmas present. That's so me and Waterstones. Literally, I need to be kept away from Waterstones. I'm so bad.
I'm
at
the
them.
opposite. I only buy books that I feel like, no, I will read this.
Oh,
I'm very
will
picky.
read them. I just have to get through them.
I'm very picky with the books that I find.
I got a book by Richard Iowadi, and I have no idea what it's about. It's a very strange one. It's about some kind of like playwright. Even the woman at the desk, she was like, I can't figure out what this book is. And I was like, me neither. I just thought I'd get it. It was a signed edition and I like Richard Ayoade, so here we go. I haven't read it yet. Ah yes, the 10 Nuggets of Wisdom is my favourite biblical story. You could technically make a blanket by just single crocheting the whole thing and making one big square or rectangle. You might want to double crochet it to make it go a bit faster, but you literally could. It would just make just as big as you want. In chunky wool as well, it would go pretty fast. I think so. You might be able to make one. Maybe you should make a Christmas one. You can make it stripy, like red and green, red, white, and
Candy
green.
cane one.
Candy cane one. I saw a stitch pattern that looks like cats, so I might try that. I made Bean a blanket, which was a very, very easy pattern that has paw prints on it.
Tired.
Just by skipping certain stitches.
Ah, I caught up. Huh? What's going on over here?
Dustin, is that you?
Yes, Elder Gold. Glad to see you're here after all.
Oh, I was here all right. I was about to snack on some rock roast deep in the quarry when, whoosh, a rift opened. We gotta get out of there as fast as we could. But now we're too tuckered to move, and I didn't even get any roast. I'm starving.
This is the perfect voice.
A rift in the quarry? So it's not safe here either. Oh no, what if it starts
Nowhere
spreading?
safe.
We'll be able to escape in time? If they're too tired in the rift, rock roast, dangerous, but...
Come on,
Well,
Dustin.
Whatever else happens, these folks need some rock roast.
I need some
Let's
rock
see,
roast.
the path is... this way. Go, Darston.
Yeah, we're not exercising, we're just getting fat.
My exercise was the greenhouse, but now that the greenhouse is all done, we have to start exercising again. Not like a ton, but just kind of move at
Since
least.
the wedding, not a single exercise has been exercised.
Yeah. It's been a long break.
I've let my skin go, I've got spots everywhere, I'm getting fat. But he's stuck with me now, so what can we do?
I can't escape now.
Yeah, no, we've fallen off the horse a bit, but we'll get back on eventually.
Zelda. This is rock roast, one of our favorite foods. This'll put some rock in the walk of any Goron.
I thought you were gonna say this'll put some rock in your roll.
So we gotta deliver some to Elder Gold and the others. They'll all be better after this. Nuggets of Wisdom, number 11.
Nugget.
Choose stuff before you do stuff.
Do unto others as you would have done unto you.
Thou shalt not work under an empty stomach. The freshest rock roast is the best, but which one to pick?
They all look the same to me. Try is done. Done. Zelda, maybe you can help him carry some rock roast?
Since he's lame, I can copy it.
Jupiter's my ruling planet. It's a cool one to have, and I'm very partial to Saturn. And Uranus jokes are always funny, according to my dad. It's so funny because Jupiter literally just looks like a super bright star. I didn't even know, like, you know when you see a bright star and you're like, oh, it must be the North Star. It's not.
It's not. It's a planet. It's an actual giant planet.
It was really cool to see. It's like when you look at it and you're like, what's that big star? And then you're like, whoa, it's a planet. You need to make witchcraft. Jesus is Lord, my friend. Okay, I'm heading out. I need to make dinner. I'm lazy. Well, have a good dinner.
Have a
Thanks for
good
joining.
dinner. Leave a like. Leave a like.
My favorite artist is finally releasing a new book next year. It's been ages. Bye. Let's try to talk soon. Bye. Who's your favorite author releasing a new book? That must be nice. My Watchstones keeps moving their stuff around as they remodel, and that's why you mentioned witchcraft. I did think I must have missed something in the chat. They keep moving the spirituality of witchcraft section away from me. Like, let me look at the tarot cards, please. They keep moving it like, you need to stay away from this. And you're like, yeah, I'm just going to keep going. Leave a like?
Leave a like.
Do it. Do it.
That succulent aroma.
Oh, I thought you were pretending to cry because she wasn't leaving a like.
You brought some rock roast.
Every like like, not left.
Oh.
There's a tear that runs down Derek's cheek.
1 like. 2 like. Wow, that was delicious. Thank you so much. I hope you'll bring some for the others too. I gotta bring more? That was all, it was for all of you. You ate it by yourself?
What a little...
What a
Bottoms.
lame-o. Right, I'll go
That
get
would be me. I would eat it all, too.
I'll get another one then.
Okay, I did. Bye. Thank you.
Ah.
My determination to find the witchcraft and spiritual stuff will not waver. Maybe they're like leading you into like a different realm of Waterstone slowly, like it's a test
The
to
dark-
see how
the-
far you will
The
go.
dark realm of Waterstones. This is where you'll find it. Whoa.
That's funny. I didn't even know they had a witchcraft section, to be honest. I need to look harder in my local Waterstones.
It's in the back. Alright, is this good enough? Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Nuggets of wisdom number 2. Get your hands moving and your head will follow. Zelda, how'd you carry that over here so fast? I did 2 of them by now.
Oh! I smell rock roast. It's rock roast, thank you.
Connie Glynn wrote Rosewood Chronicles series. I've not heard of that.
Ooh, that was delish. I'm raring to go now. Thanks a ton.
Now that you're feeling better, Elder Goal, can I ask you a quick question? We need to find the shortcut that leads to the crater.
Whoa, what was that? Oh, the shortcut. Now let me think. You know, I can't remember for the life of me.
Oh, I see.
Anyways, thanks for coming to our rescue. You know, I wasn't too sure about the leadership shakeup, but you're doing great.
That's nice.
And Sylph might know a thing or two about that shortcut. You should ask him. See you around.
Thanks for nothing, old man. Thanks for nothing.
There they go. I really hoped he'd know, but things don't always turn out the way you'd like.
Are you okay, Dustin?
Maybe it's the tone you're giving, Tron.
Are you okay, Dustin?
Yeah. I appreciate Elder Goal's kind words, but I don't know if I agree with him.
What do you mean?
My father was great at this, but since I've been chief, it's been nothing but chaos. I'm a worrywart, and I've only ever been good at studying. I'd be useless without my slate. I'll never be a great chief like my father.
Oh, Dustin.
Oh boy, sorry for making you listen to all this. Sorry for my daddy issues. We still need to check the Lizalfos Burrow for Elder Sylph. What would Dad have done in this situation? Maybe I should look at the slate again.
Dustin's fretting again! It's usually called spirituality and alternative mythology. There's also folklore books on Greek mythology. That's one of my favourite areas. Also, witchcraft isn't really that dark. It can be if you wish to take it that way, but I'm more of a nature cosmic astrology kind of girl than be able to hex people and do dark things. I like cardomancy as well. I don't know what that is.
It's for cardio. Magic that makes your cardio better.
Magic that helps you to lose weight. Spirituality and alternative mythology. I will have to look out for that section the next time I'm at Waterstones. If I'm allowed back at Waterstones.
If I'm allowed back.
If you don't want to worry about me buying the whole star. I usually don't make it past like the first little area, and then I've picked up enough books to be like, I better leave right now. Because I was reading Miranda's new book. It's been okay. It's a little bit repetitive so far, but it's her story. I know a lot of people are having a go at her for it being like a think yourself better kind of thing, but it is just her telling what she went through, but it's quite a long book for what it is, I think.
It needs to be shortened down. Cut the fat out a little bit.
Cut the
Zelda,
fluff.
I'm so sorry. I got all lost in my head again. What's going on? What happened to them?
What's that? Dustin, is that you?
Elder Civ, what are you doing here? We've been so worried.
I heard that was the new chocolate Elf was about, so we came to have a look. We were gonna get rid of them, but they were real tough cookies. We had to retreat. So we're waiting in our best defensive position in case they attack.
Maybe you should just head back? Though, I've never heard of Dark Lizalfos before. A new species? Or a sudden evolution? But what would have caused it?
Pokemon evolution?
Everyone would feel safer if we got rid of these new Lizalfos, but I'm no hunter. Maybe there's a nugget of wisdom for this.
Back to his nuggets. There he goes again! But unnamed dark creatures, are you thinking what I'm thinking, Zelda?
I'm thinking we kill.
Okay, no, we're
Kill.
not thinking
Murder.
the same thing.
Kill.
I wish there was cardio magic, because I really do need that. Cardiomancy is tarot reading, oracle cards. Oh, okay. Doesn't help you get fit then, but can tell you about your future health, I guess.
You could
I mean,
summon a Dark Lord personal trainer. That'll get you fit.
I mean, out of fear.
You will not eat any more potatoes.
No!
Potatoes. I'm in the spirit natural, but I never enter a ceremony. So, why do I say ceremony? Every time I try to say cemetery.
Because it's quite a ceremony at a cemetery.
But I said it every time. Because we're planning a trip to New York and Washington DC and stuff, and I keep saying Arlington's ceremony instead of cemetery. I hate feeling the dead staring at me. That's creepy. I mean, I don't make it a point to go to cemeteries, but I occasionally go just to put a wreath on my grandparents' grave, but that's about it. Cemeteries having an easy feeling. One of my friends had a negative experience with spirits in a cemetery. Oh boy, that sounds like a story. Most, though, if there was a lot of deaths like the Queen Mary, I entered there once, and the moment I did felt sick, and when I got out, I was normal.
I mean,
Scary. Spoopy. Satan Sports. Well, you've been on the Queen Mary? That's supposed to be very haunted.
ooh, let's go.
Princess Zelda!
What now, Darston?
Whew, I caught up. You took care of them already? That was so fast. But I got a strange feeling there's more up ahead. It might be dangerous, but I can't keep relying on other people's help. Zelda, you've done so much. Let me go first from here on in. Nuggets of Wisdom number 26. You can't lead from the back.
I'm surprised Try didn't have a
He's
comment
done.
about that.
Try's
I have
done.
nothing else to say.
You left the monsters alive, Darston. You can't just run past all these monsters and expect me to fight them all. That was a very Darston thing to do.
Oh, Darston.
Right. Everybody come back.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go to a cemetery at night time. I think that would creep me out. I don't find them too creepy during the daytime, especially if there's other people around. I don't find them too bad. I mean, maybe if it was a super old one. We walked around the cemetery when we were looking for your heritage, and we were looking for all the McFarlanes in Scotland.
True, but it's daytime.
Zelda, look! Those must be the Dark Lizalfos that Elder Sil saw. They haven't noticed us. Can we sneak attack them somehow? It's probably safer than attacking them head on. Maybe the slate has some advice for this. Nuggets of Wisdom number 8. Don't look down, look up. Look up? Oh, there's some boulders in the ceiling that look like they're about ready to fall. Wait, I got an idea. Based on the cave structure, my weight, and speed, if I just... Okay, I've got this.
You got this, Darston.
Hmm.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Well, he took 2 of them out. Well done, Darston.
Go, Darston. Go,
Yes,
go,
just
go,
like I
Darston.
calculated. That got some of them, but there's still a few more to deal with. There aren't any more rocks we can use in the ceiling. Is there something else we can do? Me. I will fight them.
I've never had an experience with ghosts except the pantomime ghosts I've ever seen with. That's a good one experience to have. I mean, I was at a cemetery last week for my granddad's funeral, but I was too upset and everyone really paid attention to me at a cemetery. Oh, I'm
cemetery.
sorry about that. I hope that it was a nice funeral.
What happened?
Her granddad died.
Oh, that is sad.
I never went to any of my grandparents' funerals.
I went
I was too
to
young.
my grandpa. I think I've been to my great grandpa's funeral, but I can't remember. Definitely my grandpa's though.
Whoa! Yes, that's the last of them. You're amazing, Zelda. Let's go tell Elder Sylph.
Really impressed that you two handled those autofills. Gotta admit, I wanted to be the one to do it. Just suppose we can all go home at least.
Wait, Elder Sylph, before you go, can I ask you something? Do you know about the shortcut that leads to the crater?
Oh yes, the shortcut. Now, where was it? I can't recall a thing, I'm afraid.
I see. Well, thank you anyway.
I want to say, Dustin, I'm really impressed with how you're doing so far. I've had some concerns about how you take to being chief, but you're proving me wrong.
He's nice to Dustin.
Oh, and Golem might remember that crater shortcut you're after. Anyway, if you excuse us.
He didn't remember anything anyways. None of you remember anything.
They left? Just like that? I really thought he'd know. But maybe I'm not cut out for this like Dad was.
What do you mean?
Well, my father was strong, dependable, everyone respected him.
But Dustin, you helped defeat those monsters.
Only because I had my dad's slate. I can make calculations, but I don't have the skills to really unite people like he could. I told him I could do this, but I'm scared I was lying to us both. ... But I don't want to give up. I'm not going to be the kind of chief my father was, and that's okay, because I'm not him. I'm me. And I will do everything I can to help everybody. And after everything that's happened, it's okay to do things my way as chief. Zelda, let's head back to Goron City and speak with the elders again. Got a hunch talking more with Gold and Sylph might jog their memories. Meet you there.
He seems like he's doing better.
You a therapist now?
lovely. Just a lot of people I've never seen before in my life. Like the chapel could sit 150 and the seats were full, and there was an extra 50 odd standing. Wow. Like, sound grand, I'm glad you are so popular to have lots of people come to pay their respects, but for real, too much for me, my nan, and the rest of the fam. Wow. Knew a lot of people. That's very nice that everyone wanted to come and pay their respects, but yeah, I mean, the only funeral I've ever been to was my cousin's, and there was a lot of people there that were apparently, like, friends of the family and stuff, or whatever, and I'm like, a lot of people knew me, and I did not know them, and it's very strange. I think you've had that at family reunions as well, where they know you, and you're like,
oh, it's been so long, you've grown up
yeah,
so much.
everyone says
And
you've
like,
grown
look
up.
at
It's
his
like,
cheeks.
you're like,
And
yes,
you're like,
people do grow up.
stop.
Well, I think this is a good place for us to stop for today. We beat a dungeon, and we're on to the next dungeon, really. So, we'll see how it goes. It's been fun so far.
I better just finish up.
Oh.
My last cemetery visit was like 2 years ago to pay respects to my grandma, who was named after. That's nice. Never went back because of my health and didn't want the spirit to follow me home. No, that is one of the
Don't
last
want
things
anything
that you would
like that.
Church of England, so much religion I'm not. I do not know the end of the Our Father, and also haven't been to any Christian ceremony since high school. It was funny when we went to the church up in Scotland where they do the Lord's Prayer.
Oh, right.
I learnt it at school. I only learnt it at school by singing it, so I cannot speak it. I can only sing
You
it.
have to sing it.
Yeah.
So, like,
That's how-
Francesca,
this
can
is-
you do the speech for the funeral? You start singing.
They taught us it as a song. Therefore, that's the only way I learned
Not
it.
in song, please.
Why do you just break out into song? I didn't go to the party thing after, but Khalid and people kept going up to him and saying they recognised him from Facebook. that would be bizarre. And there we go.
We're all cut up.
Thank you for the chat.
Thank you
guys.
for the chat. It's
It's
been
fun.
good.
It's been a nice.
It's
been a busy
kept
one
the
today.
chat lively. It's usually pretty quiet, which is sad. So it's good to have some people to chat with. We'll be back next week for more Zelda. I'm sure the chats will get even busier when we start the Pokemon game for you, but it's still quite a ways away from that. We are currently in the Ash versus Gary battle.
We are.
In terms of what we're watching. That'll be on Patreon next week, the start of that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then we finished Dragon Ball ages ago. We're watching Boruto. Daima, hopefully, that will be coming out. So there's a lot going on. We just hit 39K
Ooh,
on the
that's
channel
good.
as well. 39,000.
That's a lot of people.
So
Imagine that many people.
imagine
in a room.
if they're all that,
That would be crazy.
if there are that many in the stream, I wouldn't be able to read any comments anymore. I can only read paid comments.
I'm glad you could make it as well.
It was
I
glad
hope
to
you
have
a
you.
good week. Enjoy all your pantomime stuff, by the way. I hope it all goes really well. That's
I don't know what pantomime is.
Oh. How do you describe pantomime? It's a
I've
Christmas.
heard of it.
It's a play
Right.
that is always put on at Christmas, and it usually has like stereotypical. I'm gone.
Oh, well, I guess I'll never know.
Stereotypical like characters, like you'll have, like the wicked stepmother kind of character. There'll always be like a really funny one, and they do the whole like, where is it? And then the crowd is like, it's behind you. And, well, I don't know where is it. It's behind you and stuff. It's a bit
It's
of
tradition.
fun for Christmas. I will after the stream. I will educate Derek on pantomime.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed.
And then.
Hopefully everyone else enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. And as always, have a great one.
Good night,
Good night, everybody. Bye.